Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Ricochet gameplay. The score in the background is a 21-0. Pretty nice gameplay, couple of nice snipes here. There's a massive overkill choke in it, which really makes me upset, because it would have been a pretty beast overkill. But I'm not going to complain, a couple of nice snipes here and there, so keep an eye out for them. Today I had a topic I wish to discuss. Before I go into that, I have two friends in this lobby, one by the name of Fourth Prince, one by the name of Christo, good friends of mine. I'm going to leave Fourth Prince's channel link in the description. I asked you guys to sub to him yesterday, but I'm going to ask again because I love Fourth Prince, and he's making Halo videos, and you have to go encourage him, because he's awesome. He's a great commentator. But I had a topic that I wish to discuss today, and that is regarding Flood. Now, Flood is something that I have not covered on this channel. I haven't covered Halo Reach Infection, I haven't covered Halo 3 Zombies, I haven't covered anything like that, because, to be honest, since Halo 3 Zombies, it's not been something I'm particularly passionate about. I know a lot of people are really into the Halo Reach Infection scene. A couple of people here and there play Flood customs every so often. But overall, I feel like it's a game type that has kind of been on the decline since Halo 3, and it's kind of needed some sort of an innovation. Personally, I feel like, you know, I've played Zombies since Halo 2 when it wasn't even an official game type. That was just something that everyone used to play in customs. And I feel like once you've played one version of Zombies, it kind of feels like you've played them all, just in my opinion. You know, obviously, you get to vary things up with map design and a couple of interesting Forge implementations, but at the same time, it hasn't really changed that drastically since even its implementation in Halo 2. But I had an idea that I've kind of bounced around with a couple of other friends, and if you've already heard this, I'm sorry if it bores you, and you've already heard it and you don't want to hear it, whatever. But I'm going to say it anyway, because I think it's one of my better ideas that I've come up with. Now, if you guys are familiar with Left 4 Dead, which is actually a game I was a massive fan of. In fact, I even got a 1,000 gamer score on that game. And that involved killing 53,517 zombies or something like that. I did that because I freaking love that game. And one of the reasons that game shined so much is because basically the zombies had these different kinds of zombies called Special Infected, which had their own role or ability, such as the Hunter had a leap ability which charged on a cooldown. You had something called a Boomer which spit bile over everyone, and the bile attracted zombies. So if you were covered in Boomer goo, then all the zombies would start running at you and you could be seen from ages away. Then they had something like the Jockey, which could control players and run them into stuff. And these were really unique and interesting ideas, and it's something that gave the game a lot of variety. And I was thinking, you know, when you played the Halo 3 campaign and the Halo 2 campaign, you kind of noticed that zombies would, the Flood themselves, all had these specific roles within the game as well. You had those, like, spider-like Flood, which looked like giant arachnids. You had the pregnant ladies, as I call them, which are basically the fat people that explode, and then little mini popcorn Flood. Then, of course, you have the mini popcorn Flood. And there's all these different kinds of Flood, and I thought, you know, when I first heard about Halo 4 having a Flood mode, I thought, oh, are they going to do that? Is it going to be like Left 4 Dead with Special Infected? And they didn't even really go down that route. You just have one base class of Flood with, like, a Flood penis, and they just go around slashing people, and I thought to myself, you know, that's basically just an infection, but reskinned with Flood, because they wanted to put Flood in somewhere. And I find that a bit lazy, and I feel like if they went further down the Flood route and started taking different classes and making, you know, you could spawn in as one of those pregnant lady, you go up to a group of Spartans and you explode, and then loads of mini popcorn come out. And they just gave them different roles, and it would almost be like armor abilities in the way that the Spartans have jetpack and hard light shield, all that stuff. You give them, the Flood themselves, kind of armor abilities of themselves, and you spawn in with a specific one. I think that's something that could really add a huge amount of depth to Flood, and I'm not someone who hates on the game type in general. Of course, I had a freaking blast. It's something that I used to play more than matchmaking in Halo 3. I absolutely loved it, but it's just something that needed innovation of some kind, and I feel like this could add a whole playing field, a whole new playing field for us to experiment with. I hope you guys enjoyed that idea. I've been Modest Major. Thanks for watching. Peace out.